Today on Good Morning Namibia, we are having for the first time a simulcast broadcast, meaning we are broadcasting right here from our studios as well as from our radio. And we have our lovely presenters on standby. Can you introduce our presenters, please?
Absolutely. So they're coming to you live from Pettenkofer Street in Windhoek North from Touch FM. They are the young professionals, Helvi Shekwa, as well as Lishan Khachas, who will be steering the ship as far as the second half of this Friday edition of Good Morning Namibia is concerned. Colleagues, are you there?
Well, Lishan and Helvi, it's over to you. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Ilago and Denver. Welcoming you to our very first simulcast broadcast. A very good morning to you. Welcome to Touch FM right here, 91.7 FM. I am Helvi Shekwa.
Yes, and I am Lishan Khachas. Thank you so much once again for tuning in. We're doing a simulcast for World Radio Day, which is, of course, on the 13th of February this year, 2021. And we're quite excited as we're on TV and radio at the same time.
The very first of its kind.
History in the making. Harvey, what can we expect in the program this morning?
It's going to be an exciting show. We have a couple of interviews lined up with some of our very own celebrities and, of course, all the people who are making an impact that is in the media industry at large. So stick around for that.
And the entertainment industry, as it is a Friday as well, we would like to entertain you and just make sure that you have a great start to your morning. We're going to have upcoming Afro artist Barb's in studio. She has released a brand new song and it is titled I Made It, and she will be joining us to speak further on that.
Following Bob's will be pop Afro artist VK, who will equally be gracing our studios and talking to us about her brand new single, Watora.
And then we're going to have Chicano Family, who are based in Rundu, and they recently dropped their debut single titled Party Tonight. I wonder if there's going to be a party tonight somewhere.
I believe there will be.
They featured Taurus on this album, on the single rather, and we're going to talk to one of the members. His name is Kota Sivanje, and he's going to tell us more about that.
Let's not forget about Tatiana Chovasez, who's a radio presenter. She will be speaking to us about the usefulness of radio. We all know that it's a powerful medium for celebrating humanity in all its diversity. So we will get deeper into that.
Definitely looking forward to that, because a young person studying radio, that means she's the future. Also, we're going to be talking to Netball Namibia's public relations officer, Rebecca Twagoses, and she will be speaking to us on the recent developments in the north, where Netball Namibia has put management structures in place in the northern regions. These and more coming up this morning on Touch FM, the Big Breakfast Show, and Good Morning Namibia. So good morning, Namibia.
Good morning to you. Stay tuned. Tomorrow, the 13th of February, we will be celebrating the 10th edition of World Radio Day on the theme New World, New Radio. Now, radio is over 110 years old, marking evolution, connection, as well as innovation.
And this year is also the 10th anniversary of World Radio Day. The NBC is a major radio broadcaster with its 10 radio stations reaching 78% of the population. And in the following insert, we had spoken to various presenters, including Dorothy Jonas, who is from one of the youngest radio stations in Namibia, the Ka radio station. Yeah. Let us have a look.
Having come from the marginalized community, It's a privilege and honor to serve them by upholding the NBC's mandate, which is to inform, educate, and entertain. Now the community gets to hear the latest news and happenings in and around the country. We are still practicing the old traditional way of broadcasting, given the geographical location and internet connection. Let's embrace radio, for it is a companion one never had before.
Radio is about companionship and emotional connection with the listener. Radio is also very important in our society because it is powerful. It reaches a huge audience quickly and allows people in that huge audience to interact with one another. Radio is fast and effective, and it's accessible anywhere and everywhere. Radio is also very cheap. All I would like to say is Happy Radio Day to all the producers, presenters, and the listeners as well.
Let's keep radio alive. It is completely different from station to station, but of course, for the language services, most of the language services are community-based stations. So let us make use of this opportunity and always try to keep that link between the station and the community.
World Radio Day is about making sure that everyone is connected, making sure that there's a revolutionary connection with every single person on this planet, and that's what radio does for us. It connects us to one story that makes it possible for multiple streams of stories to come together.
Radio is one of those means of communication that never gets old. It's at the forefront of all of evolution, and everyone uses radio even if they don't have television. So I definitely have to say that radio is quintessential, not just for development, but also for engagement for the public.
Welcome back. The theme for this year's World Radio Day is a new world, new radio. Radio has changed over the years.
Over the years, and we have to get with the times. With everything that happens, new and old, we have to throw it in there.
Absolutely. Now, we took to the streets of the capital to find out what the public's favorite radio station is, hopefully Touch FM,
Yeah.
and what they like about radio. And this is what they had to say.
I listen to 102.9 myself. I think that's Fresh FM. Yeah, it's really awesome, and keep doing what you do, guys.
Mostly the national radio and the Sherero radio.
I just tune on the frequencies and just try one of them, and then I use both of them.
Shuambo. 99.9. Yeah, it's really nice. 99.9. I like that one.
That was the sounds of Barb's with that brand new song titled I Made It. And she's joining me in studio. She's an Afro house artist and she recently released her celebratory song titled I Made It. She's new in the industry and she hopes her music will touch music hits through platforms such as radio and television. Good morning, Barbs, and welcome to Touch FM and good morning, Namibia.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming through. Barbs, you are fairly new in the industry. Can you basically just give us a little insight about yourself? Give us a background about who Barbs is.
Okay, my name is Ernestine Barbs. I'm born and bred in Rundu, Namibia. I'm a first-time recording artist. I released my first single last year, toward the end of the year. The name of the single was Ngifuna Wena. It's a Zulu cover song that I did. It means I want you, my Lord. So this is the second single that I'm releasing, titled I Made It. My music is mostly, it's a diverse music. I'm working on an album, so it's a diverse music. It's having different genre, but they're all gospel. We have Afro pop. You can have worship. We have some hip hop kind of. But they are all gospel.
All right. Now, can you talk to about I Made It, the song itself? Where did you get the inspiration from, and what were you celebrating with the song? Because it's quite a hip song. You can dance to it. You know, you feel happy when you listen to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. This song. One day I was I was praying actually. And then after I prayed and then I was like meditating and then the song came in my spirit. It was singing, I made it, I made it.
Okay.
That is how I got it. There was nothing significant happening by then. But then with time, I started to understand it's a song of testimony, testifying of what God has done in my life.
Nice.
In a lot of situations that God has saved me that could have, taken my life somewhere not so good.
Tomorrow we're celebrating World Radio Day, the 13th of February. Tell us about your personal experience with radio. How has radio impacted your life?
Oh, radio has been useful to me. I remember some times back when I was looking for a business partner. And then I had to communicate to my parents back in Rundu, and they helped me by announcing on radio that we are looking for somebody to do business, and then they gave my number.
Wow.
And then I just got a call, and then we were connected with this lady, and we started to do business. So it helps with communication and to connect you to relevant people that you may need for your life. And I love the way it, like these days, comparing to the past.
Yes.
The past, it was more like, it was not so life like now.
Yeah.
It was more like adult programs.
Yes.
But these days, you see, it's more life. There are more youth programs on it. So youth are spending their time on radio, having good time, listening to music. Because I see there are programs of where you request your favorite music and then they play.
Yes.
So it's keeping the youth somewhere where they are supposed to be out there making trouble or maybe drinking. They'll be there listening to their favorite music. And like on Sundays, we are there. We listen to worship songs. We listen to preachings and teachings about the Bible on the radio. So it's quite useful and it's really building for the society as well.
And now your song is on the radio. So this youth that you're talking about can possibly call in and request your song on Touch FM as well.
Oh, yes.
That's fantastic. Talk to us about your upcoming album. You said you're working on one. What is the theme of the album and just the message behind it? What would you like people to, feel and think when they listen to your album?
Okay. My album is titled Altar of Heaven. It's mostly about, you see, in heaven there is an altar, meaning there is a prayer room where the heavenly beings, they are worshiping God.
Okay.
So my album, Altar of Heaven, means we are trying to do the worship as it is done in heaven. Meaning I'm looking at trying to engage people into a true and spiritual worship where we worship God in truth and spirit. So most of my songs are gonna bring people closer to God, more to reconcile them back to God and to worship God more. So it's gonna be a nice one.
Interesting. When will the album be available?
As soon as possible. I'm working on it. it's not going to be long, and we're going to communicate in due course.
All right. Any final remarks possibly that you'd like your fans to know, that you'd like people to know? Also, what are your social media handles, and where can people see, see and hear the song, I Made It?
The song I Made It, we are dropping it tomorrow on Saturday, and it's going to be available on YouTube, and we're going to communicate the other online stores where we're going to drop it. So we will have a few CDs that will be available just for some radio stations, but most of them, they'll be available on online platforms.
Mm-hmm.
So online platforms, and we mostly YouTube tomorrow, and then the other platforms we're going to communicate as from tomorrow on.
Mm.
And to my fans, I just want to say, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Keep expecting more.
Mm-hmm.
Something good is coming, and I trust. I want to assure you that you're going to enjoy this song, and you're going to enjoy the rest of the songs of the album.
All right. Thank you so much, Bobs. Heading right back into the media. Thank you for coming through. Back into the music. It is Barbs with I Made It.
I listen to 102.9 myself. I like the music, the talks they have, really interesting, and they actually help us know a lot about our country and all that.
Mainly the sports news, because sometimes I need updates of transfers, results, and etc. So
I like sport.
Like sport?
Yes, sports news mostly.
Or to the news. See,
I like the music part. Yeah, I like the song you play. Yeah, it's really nice. I always enjoying it. Yeah, even when you play American songs, it's very nice. I like it.
VK baby, Arafat baby, 777 baby, Dark Box. You know I'm always with the guys trying to kick it, get creative or something, or maybe just having a drink. Doesn't matter the situation, you know I'm always gonna come back to you, baby.
Hey, me pendura yuva, mavombo tundu wenji hiti thamo. Me panta kovina, makwaramu weri hiti thamo. Birira rira, rira rira Bantu muntu rira rira Got me caught in paranoia Make me wish I never know ya Coming home you never sober And the lights should have been a lawyer Check out or status check check Tara or status check check Chessa or status check check Leg out or status check 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 out or status check check Tara or status check check Chessa or status check check Leg out or status check check You said you were gonna hold my hand and fly You hurt my heart, now my soul is dry You forgot I got layers like an onion And now I make you cry Said you're gonna love me, oh baby But now I know why There's too much pride There's too much fight I see it in your eyes Your heart is cold as ice
Sounds of VK coming through with Paranoia. Now, hero pop artist VK graced us with a musical presence last year at the end of January with her first song on radio, debuted on Amurari FM, titled, that is, of course, Watura. She now joins me in studio to talk about her new song featuring Dice Paranoia. Good morning to you, VK, and welcome to the Touch FM studios. And good morning, Namibia, to be specific.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning to you. We're celebrating World Radio Day. So it's quite exciting to have you join me in studio. Give me a brief background about yourself and where you hail from.
So I'm just a young girl who just, I come from all over Shatanjupur. Yeah, I cannot really say where. I matriculated at Oshorango Secondary School, or SS shout out. And my hometown is Khorfudin. And I'm in Windhoek. So I'm just basically from Shatanjupur, yeah.
Great. You released a brand new song titled Paranoia.
Yeah.
What is the song about, if we can get deeper into that?
You know when you're in a relationship.
Oh, we're getting there.
And you're paranoid, I mean, like, he's paranoid that, you got people in your DMs. And you're also paranoid that he's chilling with girls and things like that. There's nothing wrong in a relationship, but it's just about being paranoid in the relationship. And when you're being paranoid, the relationship is not really stable. It's just rocky, and it's just, so it's about a relationship that is just full of paranoia.
You had to jot it down on pen and paper. You're featuring Dice. How was it working with him?
Oh, it's cool. He's amazing. He's really amazing. He was cool. I mean, like, finding the check out status check.
Oh, I see what you did there,
girl.
girl.
I mean, it was sitting, we were just like listening to the beat, and we were like, let's just go with this. It was really easy working with him, and knowing that he has like a huge musical background.
Right.
It was good. I learned a lot from him, like writing and just, putting the melody together. He's just really a cool person. He's fun working with, and you can learn a lot from him. Yeah.
Awesome. What role does radio play in disseminating your music? Just putting it out there.
It's a huge role. It's a huge role, a huge and important role, by the way, because this is a platform where our voices will be heard. This is a platform where our sound will reach the ears around Namibia, right? So it's a huge and important role, I would say that.
You're new in the music scene, and obviously debuting your song on radio for the very first time. How did that make you feel? How was that experience?
Okay, so so me joining Namibian music industry, I would say that, just the music industry itself, it was last year around March. February, January, around that time. Anyways, but before that, I was doing covers on YouTube. So I used to cover songs on YouTube and stuff like that. So I used to be already on in the public, in the public eye and all that. So when the song played on the radio, I feel like the Omurari radio was okay. It was like, okay, this is the beginning of something. And then went to Nast FM and was like, okay,
I'm not doing too bad.
Yeah. And then when it went to Energy and then it went to Fresh FM, I was like, okay, now this is something getting serious, So it was more like a wake-up call. It was like, okay, Vicky, you're doing this. Okay, you're doing this.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, we're celebrating World Radio Day under the theme New World, New Radio. It's the evolution of radio. What does that mean to you?
Well, New World, New Radio, right? Radio, as simple as it sounds, it's bigger than that. Its function is way bigger than that. It's not just where voices will be heard or our sound will reach ears around Namibia. it's also, I mean, it's also for educational purposes. You know, we're in a pandemic right now with COVID-19 going on. You know, it's for educational continuity and also, you know, to fight against misinformation.
Yeah, that's great. Speaking about radio and your fans who have been requesting your songs on all those radio stations, what final words do you have to give out to them, as well as sharing your social media handles? Maybe somebody is willing to give you a feature, you know.
You know, you can get me on Instagram, VK Lebe.
All right, we're going to get into VK with Paranoia one more time. Thank you so much for joining me right here on The Big Breakfast.
Arafat, baby. 777, baby. Dark box. You know, I'm always with the guys trying to kick it, get creative or something, or maybe just having a drink. Doesn't matter the situation, you know I'm always gonna come back to you, baby.
Hey, watati famutima. Hey, me pendura yuva, magombo tundu wenji hiti thamo. Me panta kovina, makwaramu weri hiti thamo. Birira rira, umundu birira rira. Birira rira, bantu mundu birira rira. Got me calling paranoia, make me wish I never know ya. Coming home you never sober, and the lights should have been a lawyer. Check out a status, check, check. Tala a status, check, check. Just out a status, check, check. Like out a status, check, check. Check out a status, check, check. Tala a status, check, check. Just out a status, check, check. Like out a status, check, check. You said you were gonna hold my hand and fly. You hurt my heart, now my soul is dry. You forgot I got layers like an onion, and now I make you cry. Said you're gonna love me, oh baby, but now I know why. There's too much pride, there's too much fight. I see it in your eyes, your heart is cold as ice. Got me calling paranoia, paranoia. Maybe we should never know ya, paranoia. And the lights should have been a lawyer. Check out a status, check, check. Tell out a status, check, check. Just out a status, check, check. Like out a status, check, check. Check out a status, check, check. Tell out a status, check, check. Just out a status, check, check. Like out a status, check, check.
Pick up the phone, don't text. I'm tryna reach out to you, don't catch. I can never picture you there, no flash. Love is a beautiful thing, don't crash. Yeah.
Welcome back. It is the Big Breakfast Show on Touch FM as well as on Good Morning Namibia. We're doing a simulcast that is for World Radio Day. We took to the streets once again to find out more on what the people have to say about World Radio Day. Stay tuned.
I think I like news basically because news is very informative and it teaches us about what happens around us.
Sunday I listen the devotion.
I like to listen to the news. It's very interesting.
Mostly I listen to Radio Wave and the NBC radio.
Listening to music, I guess.
Music and entertainment like news.
Music, especially gospel music, is what I like.
I listen to Shuamba radio. Yeah, that's my favorite.
100 FM. I listen to Eagle. And which is this one? Oshuambo, but the other one again, Channel 7.
Lunga radio. And I like the fact that they talk facts, man. Like, yeah.
Also like to listen to the Afrikaans radio station. It's very good.
We gon' party tonight. We are having good time. We gon' party tonight. We are having good time.
we bring light in the dark, we make good moment last. It come around or be around, bring the fun to the party, let's chill on my sweet 16. Yeah, it's no mono Vaticano, no mono maua. Ekala makapitwa limbose. Taka mesa nonato, remana, koswera kokuchila esto. Remana, lore na kotaka zontendo afkule. Oga festade, no makodi okuchila. Hey, kisi yo fudu, hey, yoru hafo. Nanye ono hepa, ovete ibwana. Kanyama pomakara
That was Chicano Family, and they're a trio based in Rundu. The trio have been in the music industry for a lot of years and have 2 albums under their belt. Now, they recently dropped their debut single titled Party Tonight, where they featured Taurus. We're going to be talking to group member Kota Savinjele, and he's on the line from Rundu to give us more information as to the premiere of their song Party Tonight. Good morning, Kota Savinjele.
Morning. How are you?
We're doing good. How are you? Welcome to the Big Breakfast Show, and good morning, Namibia.
I'm good, and thank you for having me.
How do you feel that, you are on radio and on television at the same time? Because we're excited.
Yeah, it's great, you know.
All right.
The first time like that is happening, so I'm very happy and
all right.
It's so great, yeah.
Awesome. Now, tell us, you've been in the music industry for quite some time now. Tell us a little bit about Chicano Family, and how did you start, or how did you agree to be a trio and to name your group Chicano Family?
Yeah, Chicano Family started on, it came in from 2016, whereby we came together, the 3 of us, and came up and formed up Chicano Family. So the trio consists of 3 members, which is Sola, Fabile, and Kota Savinjele. Yeah. So, come again?
Go ahead, Kota.
Yeah. So, our first album, we dropped it in 2017, and our second album was dropped in 2018.
All right, so you guys come quite a long way.
Yeah.
Seeing that you've released 2 albums so far, we are broadcasting from the studio celebrating World Radio Day. What are some of your favorite moments on radio as an artist?
Radio favorite moment is mostly interviews and let me say announcements and
And of course, playing your music.
playing the music, yes, of course.
Keeping your fans entertained.
Yeah.
All right. Now, talk to us about some of the challenges that you're facing as an artist amid the pandemic that we're currently facing. I know it's been difficult, especially for the entertainment industry.
Yeah, currently we are facing difficult time. You see, we are hardly getting shows now. And then... you see, currently, this year, last year we were supposed to drop our 3rd album, but we had to put it on hold because of the pandemic. So we are hoping that we can maybe drop it this year, maybe middle of this year. Because the album is done. We are just doing the final touches, just to perfect where we think that here need to be rectified and stuff like that. Yeah, so it has been a while since we deliver something new to our fans. So the pandemic and even our fans also, it has been a while since they see us performing and all those things. Yeah.
Now, despite the pandemic, we still have a long year ahead of us with many, many more possibilities expected. So what can we expect from you for the rest of the year?
Chicano Family, what they can expect from us is that they might just expect a new album that we are dropping and more videos that are coming before the album. So, as soon as everything is going to be normal, they can expect more performance from us. That's it.
All right. Now, any final words? And also, can you share with us your social media handles? How can people engage with you?
They can find us on Facebook. We have 2 pages, which is Chicano Entertainment and Chicano Family. On Instagram, we have Chicano Family. On Twitter, we have Chicano Family.
All right, fantastic. Any final remarks, just quickly, for your fans out there?
Yeah, I just want to tell our fans that just believe in yourself, have a positive vibe, don't give up. These things will be over soon. So I know we are going through a difficult time, but we just have to keep our head up and have faith in God.
All right.
And you're encouraging a party tonight, so maybe just a little limited one.
Party tonight. Thank you so much.
It's true. Yeah. So today is Friday, so let's party tonight, but don't overdo it.
Yeah.
You know, it's a maximum of 50 people.
Yes.
Wear your mask.
And sanitize. All right. Thank you so much, Kota
Sure.
Sivanjile. That was Kova Savinjile, Kota Savinjile. All right. We're going to head out with that one titled Party Tonight by Chicano Family.
Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low.
Yeah, when Chicano comes around, we bring light in the dark, we make good moment last. It come around or be around, bring the fun to the party, let's chill on my sweet 16. Yeah, it's no mono Vaticano, no mono maua. Ekala makala makabitwa limbose. Taka mesa mnonato, remana, kosweda kokuchila esto. Remana, lole na kotaka zontendo afkule. Oga festade, no makodi okuchila. Disi yo fudu, yoru hafo. Nanye ono hepa, oveto iguana. Kanyama po makara yo itenda koili. Nova nona poveli, let's get together. We have a good time, we making history, let's party, baby.
We gon' party tonight. We are having good time. We gon' party tonight. We are having good time. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low.
December kotuliko mabie korundu beach. Vanona mono bikini vamwe booty shot. Dopo pa dopo, moto pa moto. Imara ya vinjezi ngwe pembe. Jina miakela kopanga ngwe kambembe. Jina pungwe mbuka ya kusuma. Wakunyikanda mwene kalunga. Mwene kalunga. Kano tunawizo se. Tupeni pito ose tumulikite. Etulamala vasenga tokuchila na mpeo vasenga. Mpeo vasenga. Kano tunawizo se. Tupeni pito ose tumulikite. Etulamala vasenga. Tokuchila na mpeo vasenga. Mpeo vasenga.
We are having good time. We gon' party tonight. We are having good time. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low.
Now, radio is a powerful medium for celebrating humanity in all its diversity. As Namibia decides to join the rest of the world in commemorating the day, World Radio Day, today we're joined by Tatiana Klavasis, a third-year radio student, who will be enlightening us on how her journey in becoming a radio producer is coming along. Good morning, Tatiana, and welcome.
Good morning.
How are you doing this morning?
A little nervous, but I'll be okay.
You'll be okay. You're studying radio. Why did you decide to go into the field of radio?
Actually, it's a funny story. I first came on to our campus as an actress for an assignment for a friend of mine. Her name is Levi. Basically, I fell in love with being on set and stuff. So the next year, I kind of decided to apply, and I had a choice between TV because that's what I actually wanted to go for in the beginning. And then, my lecturer looked at me, Mr. Anthony, he's like, yeah, basically you should do radio. And I was like, radio. And he suggested it to me, and he told me I should think about it. And so I went home that day and I sat down and I was like really researching radio and what it does and so on. And then it really kind of set in line with the type of person I am.
Yes.
Because I knew I wanted to be on set and on media and part of something big, but I also knew that I'm kind of shy and stuff, so I wanted to be behind set, so I thought radio was perfect for me.
Yeah. Can you tell us how has your journey been ever since you started, with your radio production course?
I mean, it's been okay. I actually do a lot of different things that I feel I haven't done before.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm on the air, and it's just insane, I believe.
All right. Now, this year's theme for World Radio Day is New World and New Radio. How do you relate to this theme, since seeing that you are a radio production student?
Well, as you said, radio is a powerful medium of for celebrating humanity and all its diversity, and it constitutes a platform for democratic discourse. So I would believe that the theme is befitting because the world is always constantly changing, and I believe that radio should evolve and change and be simpler in ways, basically to fit the day and age.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Now, in your view, being taught on how to be on radio and how to be a producer, what would you say will be a challenge for you once you probably start working on radio?
I think of it as my challenge would basically be trying to find my niche out there and trying to put my feet in the water and getting to unlearn old habits. I know it's not impossible, but it's kind of difficult sometimes because the school shapes you in a certain way, and then you go out into the real world and you have to
Yeah. Now, we need to go quickly, but I just want to find out, how would you commemorate World Radio Day tomorrow?
I think I'll just keep it the same way. I would be celebrating it by collaborating with broadcasters and with the organization and basically with the community, because I mean the people are what makes radio, because we get the stories from them, and
Beautiful. That's what makes, a radio. It is the people. Thank you so much for coming in, and all the best of luck to your career.
Thank you.
That was Tatiana Kavases joining us. She's a radio student. We're going to head right back into the music, and here comes the sounds of Chicano Family with Party Tonight.
We gon' party tonight. We are having a good time. We gon' party tonight. We are having a good time. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low. Everybody go low, go low, go low, go low, go low, go low.
Yeah, when Chicano comes around, we bring light in the dark, we make good moment last. It come around or be around, bring the fun to the party, let's chill on my sweet 16. Yeah, it's no mono Vaticano, no mono maua. Ekala makabitwa limbose. Yes, taka mesa mnona to remana, kosweda kokuchila esto. Remana, lole na kotaka zontendo afkule. Oga festade, no makodi okuchila. Hey, kisi yo fudu, hey, yoru hafo. Nanye ono hepa, ovete iguana. Kanyama po makara yo itenda koili. Nova nona poveli, let's get together. We have a good time, we making history, let's party, baby.
We gon' party tonight. We are having a good time. We gon' party tonight.
welcoming you back to our very first simulcast broadcast right here, coming to you live from the Touch FM studios. It's exciting times. Now we're going to get into our very next insert.
Yeah.
Now, Netball Namibia has, of course, put management structures in place in the northern regions of the Oshana, Oshikoto, Ahangwena, and Musati regions, respectively. Netball Namibia's public relations officer, Rebecca Kwagoses, is...
yeah?
Thank you, Lish. You always got me on that one. Now, she's part of the setup team, and she now joins us on the line to enlighten us on the process. A very good morning to you, and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me this morning.
All right. Hopefully you're going to have a great morning. Firstly, can you tell us what the reasons are to set up management structures in the Oshana, Oshikoto, and Ohangwena regions?
The reasons are very simple because of the dormancy, literally meaning inactiveness of these regions. So we identified them few years ago, and then we decided to reach out to them so that we can assist them in setting up structures. So no structures placed such as league activities, especially on senior level, which contribute to opportunities which are missed by the girl child, missing of training and development of umpires. Because if there are no netball played in the region, players such as young ones cannot then probably also be scouted by national scouts and coaches, and then missing out on the opportunity to be elected at a given time to represent the country.
All right. Now, we were at times where sports was put on hold due to the pandemic. How did COVID-19 affect Netball Namibia and, of course, the setup of management structures in all the specific regions?
Yes, COVID has affected all of us, and especially netballers. We had to take a back seat, unfortunately. But then we also revisited and said that COVID might be also with us for a while. We just probably need to re-strategize and see how we can best possible play under those conditions. And as you might know, sport is allowed to continue with no spectators. So we are looking at studying the leagues as it's supposed to be and having those measurements in place. But we managed to visit a few regions last year, which was Karas and Kunene, also in terms of setting up structures, although COVID was there, and with all the protocols being followed.
All right. Now, Ms. Rebecca, I think it's important to, find out from you, how will setting up management structures improve netball in the country?
It will, because netball is a national code, number one, and netball must be played in all the regions. So by setting up management structures, meaning that those who will be in charge must run those activities, so that, as I said before, this girl can play netball, showcase her talent, compete amongst each other. In the past we had interplay with other regions come at one place together. And as I said, very importantly, for this girl to play in the region, she will also have an opportunity, or that club will have an opportunity to play in the Premier League, because we are also in the process of not setting up. We already got a sponsorship by MTC and then start the Premier League. So if we have structures in the region, those regions will then run the activity so that this girl can be exposed and have a fair chance of being represented in the national team in the future.
Now, we've gotten into why the structures are so important and, of course, the needs as well. Let's talk about why it's important for girls to join netball.
You see, netball has become a global force to be reckoned with. So netball is also a career, number one, because you see players from South Africa, Uganda, they play their trade overseas. They are earning an income through netball. So netball can also be a career. So that is why it's important for a girl to play netball as well. And also, it keeps that girl child from the streets as well.
Well, all right. I think that's a great explanation. Thank you so much, Mrs. Kwagoses, for having joined us this morning.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. Maybe just a last thought, yes, which I would want to share with the regions. as we are planning to have the playoffs soon in March, we will then appeal to the regions to have their interzonal playoffs and start identifying the 3 teams which will join the league ultimately in April. And further than that, let's keep well and let's keep safe and let's adhere to COVID-19 protocols.
All right. Thank you so much. And hopefully we get to see and talk to you soon.
All right, man. Thank you so much as well. Bye.
That was Netball Namibia's Public Relations Officer Rebecca Icwagos telling us about of course, the management structure set up in the north. Yeah. Well, we need to go for a musical break. Stay tuned. It is Touch FM 91.7 FM as well as Good Morning Namibia.
It's been a great experience celebrating World Radio Day right here on Touch FM 91.7 FM as well as Good Morning Namibia.
Yeah, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. We've never done this before. It's a simulcast for the first time, history in the making, being on radio and TV at the same time. It's been awesome, and hopefully we get to see more of this and do it more.
Yeah, radio is possible because of you. So we'd like to say thank you, and we'll be celebrating World Radio Day tomorrow with you as well.
Yeah. Catch us on Monday morning, early 6 to 9 a.m. on The Big Breakfast Show. From me, Lishan Kajas.
From me, Helvi Hishekwa, it's goodbye.
Goodbye. We head back to Ilago and Denver.
What a great privilege and delight it was to make history with you, Ilago, and of course with Lishan and Helvi.
It was beautiful to see, as we were talking when we were watching them, that they are not looking at the cameras. And it's not a problem because they are in their natural element, which is broadcasting on radio for the listeners and not necessarily for the viewers. But we got to see what happens inside a radio studio for the first time on Good Morning Namibia.
Indeed, the authenticity was really, really, really special.
It was indeed. And World Radio Day, which is being celebrated tomorrow under the theme New World.
New radio.
In
any event, it's also the celebrations actually started this morning and will continue this afternoon at the Government Information Communication Center.